Welcome to Celeb Scene Central. The cast of Cobra Kai is choosing their favorite fight sequences from the show, and there are a lot of options to pick from. In Entertainment Weekly's latest, Connect the Plots video, Zolo Mariduena, Miguel, Peyton List, Tori, Mary Mauser, Sam, Tanner Buchanan, Robbie, Jacob Bertrand, Hawk, and Johnny DiCenzo, Dimitri, select their personal picks for the best combat scenes in the Karate Kid follow-up series. Buchanan begins by shouting out the Season 5 apartment brawl as his favorite action scene with Mariduena, and picks a shirtless fight with Eli as his top choice for his scenes with Bertrand. In the long run, Robbie's gonna win, he insists, despite his character losing 2 All-Valley championships to his 2 aforementioned rivals. Meanwhile, Mariduena says that his favorite battle with Bertrand's character was their second All-Valley face-off. That fight was fire, he says. The actor also selects the apartment sequence as his #1 action scene with Buchanan. Later, Bertrand highlights the Season 2 skirmish in Coyote Creek as a standout scrap with Mariduena. That fight was pretty crazy, cause it was on a bunch of wet leaves, and it was really slick, he says. So no stable footing, which was really hard. But that's one of the fights I'm actually most proud of, he continues, noting that his natural jumping abilities allowed him to perform the scene without wearing a wire. Bertrand also selects the shirtless fight as a high point of his on-screen rivalry with Buchanan, and says he enjoyed breaking DiCenzo's character's arm as well. Elsewhere, Mauser explains her affection for the school fight with Tori. That was the one that set the story in stone for the rest of our continuation. She also discusses the differences between performing fight choreography from location to location. Each fight has its own challenges based on where it's set. The ones that are on the mats, you can kind of mentally prepare yourself and be like, oh, this is point fighting. This is mat fighting. It's a different thing than when you're preparing for a brawl kind of fight, when you're actually just duking it out, Mauser continues. Cause in those, you get to be a lot scrappier, but it changes the technique, it definitely changes the training approach, and I would say it also changes the final product, cause it's a grittier, angrier fighting with more emotion. For her part, List names the Season 4 prom afterparty scuffle, which also involved Mauser, Mariduena, and Buchanan, as one of her most memorable action sequences. It's on cement, it was freezing, it was the middle of the night, it ends in the pool, there was so much happening that night, she says. However, she says that her #1 battle with Mauser's character came in Season 4 with the All-Valley tournament. DiCenzo observes that he has fewer options from which to choose than many of his co-stars. I'm looking at this web here, and I see just how on the outside looking in my character is, he says. I mean, these two are in the center of all this beef, man. They are the problem, he jokes, gesturing to Mariduena and Buchanan on the board. DiCenzo later says he most enjoyed knocking Bertrand into a trophy case. I got a good crescent kick.